You feel equally hopeful about education, having worked, actually, as you've said, in slum areas, among underprivileged children. Do you really hope that we will have a structure where everyone gets equal opportunity?
I think
Is that going to really happen?
I think the groundwork is started. I think with the new education policy that was released in 2020, I think that has a lot of right things in it, but we have to see how the implementation really happens. I think the problem is that the education as a whole has to evolve. I think the way that we've been taught for so many years is not relevant in today's world. Children need to learn how to think, how to pivot, how to adapt much easier than we had to as children.
But does that trouble you when you see the gross inequalities that exist? The kind of schools that you had access to, higher education, and then you work among people who just don't have that. Is that something that haunts you at times? Or has it changed you in any way as a person?
I think children are children. It doesn't matter from which income bracket they come from. I think all children are very, very hungry to learn. And they just need the right outlets and the right exposure to be able to learn and do something. Yes, there are children who are more fortunate than the others and get that exposure a lot easier. But the idea is, at least what I want to do in the next 20 years is to do my part and provide that exposure to the children who don't have that in their school. So that's where Museum of Solution really comes in.
Because the reason I'm asking you this is that there is there are people who will be watching this and say, look, the rich in India don't do enough, don't give back enough. Do you think that's a fair criticism, or do you believe, as we are seeing, people need to remove these stereotypes, blinkers?
I know this question is to Sangeeta,
but go ahead.
Before she answers, once my dad was not well, and we were in Breach Candy, and me, my mother, and my dad was on a stretcher, and we were going down to the operation theatre. So she tells my dad that we must make a hospital in Bombay like Breach Candy. So what my dad on the operation theatre, on the stretcher, he told her that beta, you should do hospitals in villages, in tertiary towns, right? And not in Bombay. Bombay has many hospitals, and there are big guys who will build hospitals in Bombay, Delhi. You think of the other parts of the country.
Is that what you want to do?
I think I retract from what you said. I think, as you said, that rich unfair in what they are doing. I think we are doing, but it is not enough. We are doing our best, but still it is not enough.
But you want to take off from that. You believe that even if you want to give back, should you give back in a way not so much to the big city, but give back even more to rural India, in a way from where his grandfather started as a farmer?
Yes, I think it is holistic. We are working mostly in the rural area, but you have to move forward even to the city. Look at the slums in Dharavi. Look at the people here. So I think whichever place we go, we should make a difference. And my only thing is, as you said about all my 3 kids, what will they be 20 years from now? I think they have lots to do. They have been given a lot of platform. They have to fly even harder than us.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.